I've been spending my time building a rocket stove, and I've basically started off with three of these little gadgets here, which everybody would recognize as a gas bottle for a caravan. Now what I've done is I'll just take this piece out of the way because it's only just for show. I've actually taken the gas bottle and cut the top off here. That was there sitting on there like that, and it's the right size to fit down on this ring here. If you cut it correctly here, it sits down on that ring you can see on the inside there. So if we take the unit and we just stick it into place like that, there you can see it's sitting on the thing. Now what I've done is I've pulled a hole in here. You see the hole here, and that there becomes the entry for the fuel. And I put a little guide in here just to give you something to aim for, rather than just a flat edge, an edge like that. It just sits like that, and the fuel goes in here and it burns inside and comes up through here. What I've also done is taken a common old fire extinguisher, and if you cut the bottom off, you can get it that it's got a wee lip like this. Now you're wondering why there's holes in it. Well, in a rocket stove you need the rocket stove to get extra air coming up here to burn the fuel efficiently. So I've put holes around here, as you can see around the edges, and the idea is the air goes in there through here and into these holes and makes it gets it additional air. Now I've taken another bottom and I've cut a hole in it like this, and it fits down on there. Hopefully I'll fit it down and get back. So there we have it. I've pushed it down onto here. You can see that the holes are there, and you can't see my finger on the inside hardly. And the idea of having this is that there's a gap like this to let the air come up through these holes and into the chimney. But this also allows me to put fiberglass bats around here to insulate it and keep it off the hot top of the cooking area, burning area. So normally I would put another fire extinguisher around the other side to give it a gap like that, and that stops the fiberglass from melting. Now I take a second bottle and I cut the top and the bottom off it like this. Now this here, the idea of that is it fits on top like that. Now as you can see, that just sits on top there, and it gets welded round here to hold it in place. Obviously the fiberglass bats are on the inside there, and the heat comes up through the middle there. Now you say, what do I do next? I take another gas bottle and I cut the top off it and I put a hole in it like that. Now the idea of this is that this fits on here like that, and you can see right down through there, you can see the holes where the air comes in. There's my hand down there, you can see the holes just around here, and that gives you additional air into the burn chamber. Now my idea is to put a couple of bars across the top here for sitting a pot on. However, when you do that, if you got a big pot, it covers the whole area. So now what I do is I cut another hole and I put another piece of box section on there like that, as you can see. Then if you cover the hole in, the smoke comes up and the heat, and it goes out there, and it keeps going. So this is pretty rough and ready. My welding's not the best as it could be, but it gives you an idea of what goes into one of these rocket stoves. There's a wee bit of grinding to be done here just to get this to sit properly, because some of my cutting's not as accurate as it could be either. So we'll get back to putting it together, and hopefully we'll see it going. So anyway, I've just lit it, as you can see. This is this one I was made, and you can see the effect of the chimney on there, and you can see the swirl and a bit of flame coming up through there. But that's just, it's not really doing what it should be doing just at this present point in time. But we'll see what it goes like shortly. You see the flame coming up through there nicely. As you can see, the smoke's starting to come out of it. It's starting to burn off all the paint that's on the inside. So this will be the first firing, so it will probably stink as all the paint burns off. And you see, you get a bit of a blowback, but that's okay because that's just the gases combusting off the paint. That smoke and stuff you can see is actually coming off the paint. And as you can see, you can get a decent roar up there, so there's a decent concentration of heat, which is what this is meant to do. I just shoved the barbecue skillet on top there to block the hole off, and as you can see that there's definitely a lot of energy being expended and put up that chimney, which is what I wanted to see. So I'll go and get some water shortly. I'll just tip it on top of that barbecue plate and we'll see if we can make it fizz. One way to clean the barbecue plate, I suppose. This is us doing preserving. We decided to use the rocket stove today, which is this thing below here, to do it, to save our gas. So it's been churning away here now for about an hour and, what, 15? And there's the fire down below. We've let it go down because we're at the end of it. This is the third lot we've done. So because I had it sitting at the back door here, what I've done is I've just stuck a chimney on there, which is not normally there, just to get the smoke and fumes up a wee bit. So as you can see, it's been pretty hot, but it's done the job, and that's exactly what we wanted it to do. 18 bottles of Golden Queen peaches.